Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my lovely autumn park. Although here in Germany, at least where I live, winter has officially begun. It has been snowing last night, and we are covered in a lovely blanket of sugary, powdery beauty. But I have started this and cannot stop until it is finished. And I hope you're not sick of it already, because if you are, then, well, that's kind of your problem. I'm at my absolute best today. So, by the way, if you want me to do, I'm not quite sure. I mean, I have already been thinking about what to do next. Here is, you saw me toying the idea of adding an aviary here because, well, somehow I wanted to have an aviary there, but then I decided that no. So I'm going to build a little exhibit. But where was I? I have been thinking about what to do next. And of course, I want to play the new campaign and maybe challenge modes because I am a challenge mode girl. Even though I prefer the sandbox stuff, I always have to do everything in the game. And I have to say, I have completed all of the challenge modes in a difficulty hard. So I could get all the skins. This was before they gave us the skins in Sandbox, or I don't know, in the whole game. I have no idea. Anyhow, what am I talking about? I have no idea what I'm going to do next. Maybe you want to watch me do some challenge mode stuff. Maybe not. Just tell me in the comments. I have been, of course, thinking about building something on one of the Malta maps. But Evo is already, I mean, I guess everyone is doing this right now. So I don't want to interfere. Yeah. So this is a lovely little Kentrosaurus exhibit, and I used 2 pierces and I don't know, 5 of the regular model. So it looks like we have a couple of adults with their babies. And before you saw me adding the Innovation Center onto a hill in the distance, because like in the last building video I made about this park, I'm all about the views, and I think it's quite something to look forward to if you get onto this little roundabout around the exhibit and can already see what's waiting for you next. And this Innovation Center building is a quite impressive one. So I thought I should add it already so I can keep in mind that I want to keep the view clear to the other side of this park. Yeah, so here I was quite indecisive on how to fence those. Yeah, and went back and forth, but then I decided to give like 2 viewing windows into the exhibit from the path, and lined it with planters and lights, which is kind of a reoccurring design theme here. Here I'm adding a worker path to the Dimetrodon exhibit from the last video, because as some of you might know from my last videos on this park, is that I wanted to create pathways for the staff so they could reach the exhibits without driving through the guest sections. And this is how I made sure that they only go this way into the Dimetrodon exhibit. And here I'm building a little guest toilet, bathroom, and security shelter section. I like to not put them directly next to the path, but sort of create little islands that are a little hidden away. So it's not too on the nose that this park is actually quite dangerous, but you always have access to a little security area. And this is going to become the T-Rex exhibit, which our guests from the exclusive hotel section I built in the last video can visit via a zipline. As I said, for those of the guests who, are not afraid to risk their lives and are seeking the thrill. Yeah, and I'm fencing this enclosure with invisible fence because I feel if I don't, the view is going to get ruined. And I know that these are really dangerous dinosaurs and that they could easily just step over the fence, I believe so, at least, and just have a feast in the park. But you have to make some cuts when it comes to realism in this game, and I decided to just ignore this. I'm trying to ward the guest sections off a little bit by adding rocks and stones, so that at least I have some realism to this. But I mean, it's mainly supposed to be pretty, right? We don't care too much about realism when it comes to stuff like that. Do you? I kind of don't. There you saw me erasing some of the redwoods because it clouded the view onto the Innovation Center. By the way, I have been going so much back and forth in this park that this was a nightmare while editing because as you maybe saw, there is already another aviary next to the Innovation Center, and I have been placing so many stuff and going from A to Z again and back to K. But I'm trying to give you something of a structured experience in these speed builds. So sometimes you're going to see sections where there are things there that I didn't build yet in this speed building timeline. I hope you can forgive me. Because, it's just my cluttered mind that isn't capable of working any different. And what you saw here for a brief moment was a little section that I built next to the zipline arrival point, or whatever you would want to call this. But I decided not to show you the building process of this little island because I changed it later, and you're just going to see what I ended up doing. Here I'm creating another guest section right behind the Kentrosaurus exhibit next to the monorail station with a few shops that I changed quite a bit. And I tried to cut out everything that was unnecessary in here because I went back and forth changing it again. And as you can see from what is still in here, it has gone through a lot of changes and me deleting path all over again all the time. And there you go. Let's have some decorated seating section because we need it. Everyone wants to place their sore butts in a while, every now and again. Oh, by the way, those of you who saw me torturing my compies to find out whether they were going to hunt to survive in my aviary, here's the section I was talking about. I decided to give them a little extra exhibit in the worker section, in the staff section, so my staff could study them and find out why they panic so much. And it turns out that if you give them water, but just enough water so that their needs are met, might not be enough water for them to go and drink, because I had them nearly starve. No, what's the word? They nearly died of thirst because somehow I didn't add enough water for them to go and drink it. So I had to add more water until they actually decided, yeah, okay, this is enough for me now, so I can drink. And I don't know what's up with these compies, but man, they are buggy. This has to change. I can't work like that. Okay, so turns out my staff has quite some work to do with them. Here I changed this little section that I was talking about just a second ago, and added an aviary, because remember, I'd already toyed the idea of putting down an aviary where the Kentrosaurus exhibit is now, and then I remembered that I wanted something big, and I really liked the idea. Of course, I added no viewing galleries to the aviary, but a gyrosphere tour that goes around it and through the guest section, and path that goes right next to the gyrosphere tour and the aviary, so you could look into it if you were someone who has eyes, which apparently the people in this game are not. Honestly, I don't know what else to say to you. I don't know why. Somehow I can't find the footage of me building the exhibit next to the Tyrannosaurus Rex exhibit, which is inhabited by, I believe, Edmontosaurus and lots of ceratopsians, I think, and a few hadrosaurs also. On top of Edmontosaurus, and it is quite lovely. But I have no idea where the footage went. Again, this seems to happen quite a lot lately. That my footage seems to disappear. Lots of path work. Also, this video is taking really long because I somehow am unable to leave any path undecorated, because I'm crazy, apparently. It's in my name. What else can I say? I'm adding bushes and trees and rocks and seating sections next to the aviary because it's cute. And that's about it. Maybe some music for you guys to just watch and enjoy. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm not my most creative me today. But please tell me if you want me to do something with the Malta stuff, or maybe you want me to do some challenge mode or campaign stuff. I am open to suggestions. I guess I'm officially drained of words. I have nothing else to say except look how lovely I decorated these seating sections next to the aviary. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm going to underline this with music. I have to stop talking now. My brain is officially asleep right now. But thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like and maybe subscribe if you want to witness more of my brain damaged talking while I'm building. I'm pretty sure I can promise that there is more to come in that direction. Anyhow, I wish you. I don't know what to say. I say I'll just bye.